Sorry for messing up. I still am not understanding really well when on OBS I'm starting a Twitch stream and when I'm starting a YouTube stream. So like I click the buttons and everything and then I started on the wrong platform anyways. It's a little bit of a mess, but we're here. Hello Lava Boy, hello Vampiric, hello Taiki, how are you? Hello Taketa. Hello Mala, remember me? My memory is terrible, but I think you are the guy that was streaming with the girl. I also forgot her name, but at least... Wait, what was the thing that you told me to say? Oh man, I don't remember. What was it? What was it? Oh my god, I forgot. Mamma mia! Today's stream is again for reviewing the models that were left from last time. I don't know why during last stream I was expecting to be able to review 14 models, but I did 8. So now we get to do the other part. Melunkur. No, it was melunchur. With a ch, not kur, right? Melunchur. Hello, how are you? How was your day, guys? Mine was terrible. I woke up at 4 AM because I had a nightmare and I couldn't fall asleep again, like until 6. So from 4 to 6 AM I was awake in bed staring at the wall, and then I was like, oh fuck this. I got up, I worked like 1 hour and a half till 7:30. I also had some breakfast and then I went back to sleep. Still kind of early, but my day has been good so far. That's nice. I hope you had a better day than I had. Okay, let me start to see the next models that we get because let me see. 2 AM. They say it's not good to do exercise at like before sleeping because that raises your energy level and like so it's harder to fall asleep right before. Why at 2 AM? Wait, what exercise did you do? Was it like multiplayer? What? Okay, I see. Anyways. Let me get to the form. Brain exercise, okay. For a second I thought my Discord is bugged because I didn't receive the Google form for the third round. Yeah, it's still the same models. It took me longer than I expected to review the models, so it's still from the first round. But it took me 3 videos to review all of them. So let me get it. I think we reached the 8th last time. Did I review yours, Lava Boy? Because if not, then I should start with yours. If yes, wait, I don't remember. Let me open it. I found this YouTube channel of this person that uploads so many free background, and they are all so cute. Here, check it out. I didn't. Okay, so Lava Boy is the first model for today. Let me switch it to the screen. So, who's that bitch? Okay, let's see what Lava Boy has written for us. This was the first time I tried drawing and rigging a VTuber model. I had the design in my head and worked on the model over a few weeks, and at the time I had a free trial of live2d, so I couldn't rig everything I wanted in time, but now those ideas are just going to be saved for next model. Okay, also on YouTube, I hope you're having a good day. Alright, let's see. Okay, this is your first time. I can see that you went very simple. What is this? I can tell that you did it manually, but I think you forgot to take away like the bounding box around it. So I would remove that. And these are very simple, so something like this would work, but if it was me, so I will make it a little bit more regular. You know how there are like here we have many triangles with multiple different sizes. Like you have a lot of vertices in one spot, like here, and then like we have 5 vertices here, and then on the line here there are none until here. It's a little bit not even, so I will make them a more even. So turn on the mirror edit. So this is our older mother, right? Hello, Laya, how are you? Man, this mesh path tool has made my life different. It's way easier to do everything. Yeah, maybe more like this. I hope you cannot hear the air. Wait, let me close the window. There's a stink bug. Okay, I close the window. There's a stink bug. Holy shit! I think they're going a little bit crazy because the weather like is becoming colder, so they're panicking a little bit. Stay back! Stay back! I didn't know there was a way to do that. Is this tool here? I show it in my mesh tutorial here on YouTube. If you want, feel free to check it out. This is very useful. You could do this also by hand, like it's not serious, you have to use that. But when you place the dots, like try to be a little bit more like this. Right? Instead you had like a bunch of cluster like here, and then none for a way longer piece. Okay, so you try to place it so you go around like this, and then for the ones inside you go in between. So I place it here and here, I go in between, so it's like a triangle like that. Okay, in between, in between, in between. I'm going like in between the 2 others that I made. And if you keep on doing that, your mesh will be more even than that. Been watching VODs for your VTuber roast series. It's nice to catch it live. Oh, you've been watching it. Nice. You know, I always am doubtful about this type of streams because I'm like, oh, maybe people are not interested in this. And instead, you guys have been watching it. I'm super happy. Okay, if you edit the mesh and like that happens, it means that changing the mesh, the texture has went on top of something else. Let me show you what I mean. Because the mesh was smaller before, because the mesh was smaller before, it didn't reach to here that now it reaches. Oh, I didn't remove the bounding box on all of them. Yeah, if you do this, know that like you're not supposed to keep the box that is in the start in the live2d when you open it. So yeah, for all of them you can just remove them. Okay, like in this case, for how you made the mesh, you may have noticed that it's deforming a little bit funny. That is also, yeah, because you have this type of uneven mesh. So probably if you make the mesh more like a big box, it might be easier to deform. Okay, keep an eye on that. And now let me see what we got going on. Oh, you made an arm toggle. Okay. If you glued these two together, it might be better. But they're not overlapping really. Let me see. Oh, you just have them in the same deformer. Okay. Since you have them in the same deformer, the glue doesn't really matter at this point. Okay. So now you say that you have the pro version, because if you do have the pro version, I would have cut this differently. I will have it cut on the arm here. So I have the arm separate from the torso. The back jacket also separate. How did you make the neck? Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, so you got that, alright. In general, I like that you don't have too much stuff, like you want more simple on these. That usually makes your work easier. You will have to work on head angles, but like I said to everyone, wait for the chorus. Okay, I mean, no worries, it's literally coming out in 10 days. By the way, I have been finishing up the stuff for the course, and so far I have completed and exported like 5 of them, and the other 5 are basically already edited. I need to export them, and They are long and high quality, so it takes some time to export them. So I can only do like 2 exports a day, because when the PC is exporting, I cannot use it for work. So like when I'm cooking, I put it to export. When I went to the gym, I put it to export. Oh, okay. Also here you don't have a mesh on the face. So yeah, some more care about the meshes would be very helpful. And also having the art centered can really help. Let me see. If we add the guide in the center, I don't know if this is the center of the canvas or just So if you have all of your stuff in the center of your canvas, it's gonna be easier to rig it. So in the art program, try to make it so that it's centered. Okay. Alright, let's say that I took off the hair, for example. Oh, you don't have to make a new folder for each of these elements, by the way. You could make like front hair, like one folder for every layer is not needed. Okay, so for example, when going to the side for the head, you will see it in the course I put the full process, so it's gonna be nice for you. I like to do this, so bring the whole thing to the left. Bring the center to the left. Bring this in. Bring this in as well. Make it all a little bit curved inwards like that. And then use the brush tool to kind of fix it a little bit. So it's already a little bit more linear. Then the head looks weird because you had deformed it without the mesh. So here it doesn't look anymore like how you made it. But the head I also rig it the same, so like this. Bring this in. It looks weird as fuck in the start, but after some adjustments, it starts looking normal. You can increase the detail in this. You saw I increased the amount of divisions here to be able to edit better. It's these numbers here. I think that the free version has a limit of like 10 to 10. But you had it on 5, 5, 5, so 10 to 10 is already working well enough. Now I'm used to rig female faces, so for a male one, you may want to rig it more straight. And like, I'm not doing the full rig, but just so you understand more or less the movement. I heard a weird sound that I have no idea what it is. Oh, this one? Ah, okay. You're not supposed to do this. So having one object active in so many deformers, especially in this case. Because when your body is turned to the side, the nose changes. And like this, you have to manually rig 9 by 9, so 81 total combinations, rather than using a deformer to do it. Hello, Mine! Yeah, so this is the first one that we checked today, so you can say we just started. Right, so in whatever case like that, make sure to make another deformer to work on the body, for example. Although in this case, for your head movements with the body, instead of making a new one for the nose, so you could have simply dragged the nose inside of the head deformer that already moves with the body. So all of this stuff doesn't need to be active in body anymore because they are already moved by this deformer. Everything is inside of it. Salute to the free versions user. I don't know the fucking video. It depends, you know, if you go more simple it's easier. Okay, so that's another thing. One thing you might want to make sure, yeah, now I fucked up because I moved everything, but one thing you want to make sure probably is like when going left to right, make sure to reflect the motion. So it stays symmetrical. And also like when going left to right, if we have some up and down movements, it can look a little bit weird. You can turn the grid on like this. So as we can see, the chin touches the grid there, but as I go left, it goes up a lot. And as I go right, it goes up a little bit. So try to keep it on level when you're on next movement. And that already improves the look. What else? Let me see what anything else I can tell you. We don't have a body's head. Body's head is like super fast to make. I think it's a pity whenever y'all don't make it. Now, because you have the pants inside of body, we have to make all of this part in one rotation deformer, body X, I mean body Z. Hold the control and center it to the spot where you want to rotate, and these other ones too. Make a rotation deformer body Z, drag it in the same spot. Make them more active in body instead. Rotate. Hold on, I gotta understand why this is not rotating. I want to ask you, is that okay? Ask about what? This is a bit mysterious. I don't know why that's not rotating. It's inside of the deformer, but it's not rotating. I am very confused. Oh, now he's doing it. Okay, I'm just stupid. Yeah, okay, I feel like adding this can really improve how it looks, and then just a small adjust the deformer on the pants to make it match. But generally can really improve the look. And I think in general is good. Let me see the eyes opening. I feel like you could have added some more physics. You don't have brows, okay. Okay, whenever you're working, try to make things symmetrical. I can very see that the skin is not symmetrical. That's mostly it, and yeah, I think you could have added some more physics. Maybe like adding some physics to the belt as well. Let's say that I added it to this here. It can be very simple, but it already improves. How to take your time to rig your own model when you had a lot of job to do on your commission? Oh! Well, I simply did some here and some there. I don't live2d. In fact, my model took me more than 1 year to make because I was working 30 minutes today, 30 minutes next week, and working like that, of course, takes months to finish. I think that's a big problem for all riggers making their own model. In fact, often riggers will have like this old crusty model while they are making way more improved ones. It's because their one is from like years before. Yeah, I would have added some physics, you know, just to spice it up. My presets didn't import from live2d 4.2 to 5.0. I will need to import them. Okay, like it already adds a little bit of extra movement. So I think that's mostly the tips that I can give you about it in general. I'll move to the next one. Hello VTube, how are you? Oh, you do have different eyes. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let me move to next one, which is Luna. Okay. Oh, it's a chibi. Thank you for sending your model over, by the way. I hope with the new version you will be able to work better. Luna Chibi. This was my first ever experience with live2d, so really also learning how things need to be properly cut and such as well. So any tips are oh my god. Or really anything will greatly help. Okay. Also hi YouTube. No worries. I think these couple things can really change. Me too, I always like, okay, I'm gonna work on my model in 1 hour, next week I have job. Yeah. You're also full-time live2d rigger? I am also full-time and it can get very hard. The last time, so this model I read a bit in July, and the one before I made it in February, not of the same year, the one before. So I went like a year and a half with the same model. And for a VTuber, that's completely understandable and normal. But as a rigger, having an old model makes you think to people that they look at you and they're like, oh, this person rigging skill is this one. Instead, your skill level is higher, but looking at you, they think that's the skill level because they see an old model. So I feel like for a rigger it's more important to have an updated model because it reflects what people see your skill level. Okay, let me see. I really like the style. Look at the eyes. OMG. Faker. It's already 2 years since I got from my mama. Yeah, I think it's like a welcome card. It's like your own model is a free showcase of your work portfolio. Yeah, I imagine that someone gets me recommended, like they're searching for a rigger and they're like recommended, oh, get a model from Yoshino. They open my YouTube, they see my model and they're like, oh, this model looks old and crusty as fuck. I will not commission them. Instead, maybe it's just that my model is old. Okay. We do have a lot going on. Blinking. Oh, you did the smile. They did the smile only on the open, I think. So for the eye smile, when it's closed and you turn it on, it's supposed to be like this and you did it right. But for a better look, you can also turn the smile on and work on the other forms. To make the eye smile also when it's open. You might not like it and not want to do it. If you can see the difference, like if you look at me. My eyes kind of become more smiley. That's bad for me because I have a terrible webcam that makes my rig look worse than it really is. Arisu, I will tell you the trick that I used. When I was using a webcam and I was starting out, I didn't have money because I was like 17 and everything. Put makeup on, make it horribly dark. So like make very dark outline of your eye and outline of your lips and of eyebrows. Like that the webcam can see them better. It was my special trash trick to make tracking work a little bit better. Of course, make sure that the lighting is good. but putting on a makeup like that can really help. Hello Taz, how are you? I use zero makeup, I have zero makeup. It depends. If you cannot afford getting an iPhone for better tracking, maybe you could like get in a store a cheap ass $1 makeup pencil or something to do that. I have a skin disease, so I can't use a lot of makeup. Okay, I don't know about that. It's just a little trick that I was using at working for me. I hope I have time to do my model. Gambara, you can do it. Bye bye, bye bye, idol. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, so that's my first tip. I am keeping on getting a little sound from my headset. That scares me. I don't know what it is. Okay, I really love how they used this light in the middle to show that the eye is moving around. That's very smart. I love that. I'm doing good at six hours of meeting. What the hell did you guys talk about? What do you do in 6 hours of meeting? What? I'll certainly share this trick if I find someone else with the same issue. If I was you and I was looking into improving, like if you have the chance to save, I would honestly just get a used iPhone, maybe iPhone 11. You don't need the newer ones because basically the tracking from 11 on is the same. So if you are on a cheaper side, you don't need the latest ones, and also you don't need it new. It's okay to get a used one or I always call the yes. Yeah, it's the new live2d. I finally downloaded it. 2-3 hour meetings, but I'm working from home today, so mostly just watching streams. That's nice. You said iPhones here are just as expensive. Like a new one? Why will they be expensive the same? Or wouldn't people just buy the new one at that point? I feel like the head angles are good, but like the face compared to the hair, like I feel like the hair and the face look like they are moving in a different way. So for example, if you look at the back of the head, when we are at the center, the back of the head is on this line, and going to the side, it goes all the way up here. Okay, if you're simply linearly moving your head to the side, the top shouldn't go up like that, right? It will mostly stay the same level because we are just rotating on the left. And that's with all of the hair. Hello Blitzy, how are you? I'm Brazilian, so everything is so expensive. Yeah, it really depends on how much you earn compared to how much the price of the thing you want to buy. Like, because something can cost $1 million, but if I earn $10 million every day, then it's a cheap thing for me, right? Instead, if I earn $1 a month, $1 million will be impossible for me. It all depends on that. Wait, and you're a rigger and you are not able to afford an iPhone? You might want to look into raising your prices. I know that often people from countries that have like lower strength currency, it's very good for them to work online, because maybe a commission that I sell for $1,000, for me, I can barely live 1 month with that, and maybe someone from Philippines, they can live comfortably for 3 months. I don't know. I don't know about Philippines or what else, but I'm saying like the currency transcription of between that makes it very good for them to work with maybe Americans. I can find clients, I'm still too small. Okay, I see that. Well, there is a lot of I cannot speak today, oh my god. How do you say? I forgot the word. Like a lot of artists are selling the same things, so to be chosen you need to be maybe more skilled, or in general work harder. In the start I did work way harder than I'm doing now. I'm still working hard, but harder. You think a newer rigger should have lower prices? Yeah. Mostly because in the start you don't have a lot of examples to show to clients, and if I'm a client and I look at your page and you have one model, I am definitely not gonna commission you unless you give me something that is gonna convince me to do so, and the lower price can be that convincing factor, because clients with more money will go to someone that can make model maybe faster, someone that can make models with a specific style that they prefer. You know, since they have more money, they also get the chance to choose more specifically what their request is. I see that we have a lot of mouth forms in the mouth. Because you have a tongue out, having so many mouth forms can be a little bit of a nightmare. I would honestly reduce them a lot, since I see anyways that like the in-between from here to here is like simply a transition. Technically, if I delete this one, it literally looks the same, right? So at that point, it's better not to have that in between dot. And it also looks so smoother. Since it's just a transition, let's just take it off. Keep it more simple. Do you still do raffles like in 2022? I will do a raffle, but not for this year. 100% I'm sure that this year I'm not doing any. Next year I might do one again. I've been wanting to do one for a while, but I got caught up with the course and everything. So yeah. Okay, yeah, reducing the keyforms here can help you with the tongue out, so it's easier also to make it look smooth. And with adjusting at angles and all of that, yada yada. Let's see the body movement. Oh, okay. I will make the hips move less. So you made it go all the way here. I will stop it here. So like select Ctrl Shift C, Ctrl Shift V, Ctrl Shift C, Ctrl Shift V. Because it looked too much like her legs like kind of became longer for that to happen. Like if this was like real and you try to put yourself in this position, you would fall at this point. Do you use Vbridger or just VTube Studio tracking for iPhone? I do have Vbridger, yeah. In a non-Vbridger model, you cannot have this movement or this movement and this movement. And I think that's it, because the other ones, like, so these are non-Vbridger. This is Vbridger. Vbridger is more better for me than iOS because for some reason it's probably cheap. Vbridger is a software, while iOS is also like the software but like of iPhones. You cannot use Vbridger without an iPhone though, so you should use them together. You cannot like buy Vbridger and not buy an iPhone because they don't work. It doesn't work without. I'm going to be buying the body section of your course, as it's my weakest area of rigging. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah, I'm happy that you already choosing. You guys are already choosing the ones that you wanna get. I thought Vbridger is a third software for PC. Vbridger tracking only works through an iPhone. So to use Vbridger, it works on Android. It kinda does work as well, but the tracking is not like this. Do you pay $30 for the VTuber iOS to connect to PC? Oh my god, you are confusing me though. What do you mean VTuber iOS? iOS is like, how do you call it in English? I don't even know. iOS is like saying Windows or Android. It doesn't have anything to do with VTubing. Hello Luna, how are you? Yeah, I'm checking out your model. But honestly, so far I am like, before this model I never used the Vbridger. It's not that it's needed. It just improves the tracking. And also, on a model without Vbridger, if you track with an Android or with an iPhone, it tracks better the iPhone. The reason iOS is used in VTubing is because of the ARKit face tracking it has. Yeah, literally the Android cannot track some features of the face. Now I cannot remember which ones specifically, but some of them it doesn't have it. I mean, I think I could switch to... I have an Android phone here. I could... Do I have VTube Studio open on it? I could switch to it literally right now to show you what I mean. So you saw how my tracking was because I like showed the different features, right? Let me really quick touch. Okay, and to get the IP really quick. Okay. All right, now my Jared. All right, so because my model is rigged to work with Vbridger, this is how it tracks with an Android. So though if I try to make the movements that I showed you earlier, it doesn't work, it doesn't track it because the Android doesn't do that. It literally doesn't have the technology that Android has to do it. Let me bring back to my normal hacking. I am done traumatizing you, don't worry. And literally, if you open the Vbridger software, it literally says connect to iPhone here. Does Vbridger... Oh. Ah. Man, I scratched my arm so bad in my chair. There's a hole. Oh, okay. Does Vbridger cheek puff? That can be done also without Vbridger. You can have it without Vbridger, yeah. This works without Vbridger. A question for sure, Vlad. Hello. It shows IP? Oh. Just changing it. Cheek puff left and cheek puff right. Separate there's not, but also on Vbridger they must be together. You cannot do only one side, like one side only. They only work together like this. Wait, I lost some messages. Connect the phone camera to your PC to start the set. Oh yeah, you gotta pay to use VTube Studio, but I think it's a one-time purchase. I don't remember. If you're working with a nude base model, do you take the clothing portions and put the deformer for it to move alongside it? Mostly yes, depending on the part. Like if you look at my own model, I have worked, for example, the booba and the bra. They are separate layers, but I put them in the same deformer because like it's basically the same shape. So yeah. Be careful when showing outside connector from your phone. Oh, it's okay, don't worry, I changed the IP. Okay, wait, I was checking this out. So like we said that the hips probably might have been better a little bit going less far because it looks a little bit too much like their legs is becoming suddenly longer. So I will stop it here. We do have an interesting range for the body, so I'm liking that. You didn't make the breath, it's like super easy. Literally make a new deformer here. Like this you have a breath, you can change the look. It's a local IP through not a public one, so nothing to worry about. Oh, okay. I know nothing about this IP and all of that stuff, so yeah. We got body set, nice. Hair color. Oh, okay, let me see how you did it. Oh, it's a layer on top. Oh, okay, good job. Didn't realize the bread was that simple. Yeah, it's that simple. Okay, I like the toggles. Yeah, mostly I kinda think that I would work a little bit more on the head angles. I said it many times in this series of reviewing, but like Ideally, when we are going left and right, we don't want the stuff to move up and down a lot. Like for the back hair, I can see very clearly that the back hair goes like up and down when I'm moving left and right. So trying to keep it more on the same level can help in the look of it. And let me see the physics. Okay, like a big physics. In general, I think it's a very good model. I will just refine it a little bit more. In trying to keep the shapes more consistent. Like here, instead of shortening, I maybe will make it curl. So it still looks like it's the same length, but it's just curling. That can help in making things look smooth. For example, I also made my model for the roast. So I got the submissions before, actually. So currently you cannot send them in, but make sure to keep an eye on my Twitter or my Discord, because the next time that I open submissions for that, I'll make a post and you'll be able to send them in. Okay, in general it's really nice. I will add a second movement to the hair to make it look more fluffy. So like this, if you do it like this and then you add also another one, and maybe you make only the tip move, so you create like a two-step movement rather than one. Then you synthesize the corners. Then in the physics you add the second parameter, then I need to find what it is. Okay, we add it. You should see that it looks a little bit smoother than the rest of it. You stream on YouTube too now? Hello Leroy! I am doing YouTube streams on Thursdays. Hello Rani! So Twitch on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Thursday I'm on YouTube. What does synthesize corners do? So if I have one deformer or one element active in two parameters, let's say that I just created this and I made a movement like this. I make it crazy so that you can see better what I mean. Okay, I have this crazy movement. When I take the first parameter and do its movement, the other one doesn't work. This is because live2d kinda remembers the combinations that you input. So like, it remembers... Let me change these names so it's easier to explain. 1 and 2. If I take 1 to left, and I keep this one here, it's one form. If I keep 1 to left and bring it here, it's another form. If I bring it here, it's another form. But if I keep it in the center and I move it here, it's all other forms, right? So in this case that I have two parameters with 3 and 3, I don't have 6 total forms, I have 9. Okay, so 3 by 3, not 3 by 2. In fact, when you click on here, you put the two parameters one on top of each other and you click on here, you will see the visual representation of that. So we have all of the combinations visible here, and you will see that the corners are simply not moving because we didn't synthesize the corners. So what basically the corner, so when we have parameters like this, is very hard to explain. When we have parameters like this, we have first and second. When we make it in a cross, it's a first and second. Okay, the ones that we rigged. First, second. What about the corners? They are simply looking like the first one because we didn't synthesize. As soon as we synthesize them, it will create like a mixed transition between the first one and the second one. So now it's a mixed transition between the two. Okay. Now it's crazy because I made it crazy to explain. This is also why we don't want to create a bajillion parameters with one thing active, because if you look at this, if I make this active here and I move it left and right, then I make it active here and I move it up and down, then I move it, make it here, I make it active here and I make it small and big. This has a total of 3 by 3 by 3 keyforms, so 81. So all of the keyforms will be left 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, center 1 2 3 4, sorry, 27, no 81. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, left 1 2 3 4, right? And that's why usually you try to keep your whatever object it is active only in 2 parameters at the same time. That would have been really helpful when I made the model. I just did every combination manually. Oh. Okay, that's why if you want to, feel free to watch my deformers hierarchy tutorial. Maybe that can help. So you might be wondering, okay, but what if I need this hair to go up and down and also become smaller and bigger? You just create a new deformer and make it active in the other parameter that you wanted. Make it small and big. Like this. The thing will move around in these 2 parameters. And the other parameter works with the deformer by itself without colliding with it. Okay, I think I checked everything. I can move on to the next one. Let's use the next one. Too late now. Next one. Monoi 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐒. Okay. I only rigged my model. I found your tutorials very helpful and your artwork and rigging are amazing. Also, hi YouTube. Thank you. Monoi 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐒. Okay, let's see. No problem. Also, remember guys that on the 15th of October my live2d course is coming out. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so that as soon as it comes out you will get a notification. Also because within the first 10 minutes from the launch they will be discounted, so you don't want to miss that. I think it'll be a 20% discount, I'm not sure, but I think that's good enough. Okay, this is a very cute model. Monoi 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐒. Let's see, I really like the art. And they're an artist, clearly, because they say this is the first model that they make, so they are clearly an artist. So cute. Okay. see the taskbar. I have to share the full screen and not the window because like that you cannot see when I click stuff around or when I open the dialogue like this. I have a dialogue folder here that you cannot see, and instead like this you can see. And whenever I click on stuff, I don't know, alt click, you can see the little message thingy. Hello Volty, how are you? Don't worry, don't worry. VTuber models are so silly when they drink. Alright, so I do see first thing that there's an error here that we have, so we should click on it. There are some problems in the status of the output mask. ID, list of mascara meshes have some problems. Our pigtail backlight. Because this got skinned. Okay, we did. What could be the mask of this? Maybe this one? So something was clipped onto this, but now it's hidden. It's very interesting because it's not showing me what object has that problem. My mother sticks his tongue out when I drink. Oh, mine too. Or also like when I'm like very shocked and I'm like, sometimes she takes out their tongue. Okay, let's see how the rigging is. Very good. Oh! Okay, you scale down the iris instead of squishing it when rigging it. You don't want to do it like this because it creates this transition effect like this. So rather than scaling it like this, you want to squish it vertically like this. You will see that the effect created is way more interesting. Off topic, how do you get famous before even starting to stream as a VTuber? I think you should ask that to a famous person, I don't know. Like, you're asking me how to get some viewers before starting streaming. In that case, you should really work on your social medias. Like making a lot of posts, interacting with other people, because you cannot expect people suddenly to love you and follow you just because. So you should first give before taking. So be a meaningful member of the community. Go around to watch other people stream, comment on their stuff, interact, and as well as putting out your own content. So little clips, if you're an artist, posting your art. I live in a cave, I don't know how to social. I am also very bad at it. Hello Chucky, how are you? See, you can like look at how others do and copy. For example, Chunky is like super good at it, and you should learn by looking what others do. It's very... There's not one single rule for that, right? Social media algorithm changes and all of that. It really takes some effort, but by starting to look at what other guys do, other VTubers do, it can really help you. But yeah, I tell you, you should first interact, be in other streamers' chats, because you need to think that to the average viewer that has never heard your name and has never seen your model and doesn't know who you are no one. It's harsh, but like, you are no one, okay? So if you focus on befriending other people first before expecting them to come watch you, that can really help. I have seen many people started streaming, like maybe viewers that were a lot in big streamers chat and they so chatty and everything, then they start streaming and they instantly have 10 viewers. How that can happen? Simply because they did all of this and networking before. Okay, so that's one little thing. Wiggle looks nice, this looks nice. Another question, what type of hierarchy would you put a back cape in? Cape as in one that only is on top of your shoulder and like flows down. I would have it inside of the hips ZY deformer, but outside of the body X, Z and all of that. You absolutely have to go around to talk to others. As someone who's making a name in the horror tuber community, go around a lot of horror in the VTuber channels. Yeah, you can also find the ones that have similar topics that you will go into, so that when you start streaming, maybe you can befriend them. Again, I am a streamer only like part-time. My full-time job is being an artist, so I never focused too much on this networking type of aspect, mostly because I literally don't have the lifetime energy to do that. I've been focusing more on my art for now, so I might not be the best person to ask to. I'm so glad I only started rigging when 5.0 came out. Dark mode and AI generated phase. Oh, there is AI generated phase rotation? I will test it out. But the dark mode, yes. I have been rigging for 3 years, more than 3 years now, and every month, every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I brought to the support of live2d. Hello. I wanted to ask you, since everyone is kind of needing it because our eyes are frying off, are you thinking of like implementing the dark mode or anything like that, bitches? Thank you. And every time they answer me like, thank you for your very meaningful insight. We are working on improving our program, but we don't have a specific something like that. Then they finally added it. But I annoyed them a lot. I imagine them at the office. The fucking bitch brought us again. What does she want? Okay. I am keeping on saying this to everyone. I might be annoying, but we need to work more on head angles. I said this in the other 2 videos. I'm not gonna say it again. I don't want to annoy you too much, but try to make them more consistent, okay? If you move your model around and it looks like some parts are weirdly squishing, then it's not meant to be like that, okay? Especially like the ears here. And don't forget to reflect the motion. I can see like here that you didn't reflect left and right, because the left one is way more thin than the right one. So if I reflected the motion, they should look like instantly better. Okay. Music is too loud? Okay. Reduce it. Are you Betali? Hello, Xalia. I am having an awesome day. Well, after I woke up, yes, but the whole thing this morning at 4 a.m. that I woke up and everything and I couldn't sleep. Heh. Okay, on that. I saw that. Okay. Did I change that? Okay, this is an example of synthesized corners. They forgot to use it. So just right click on body X, select synthesize corners. I synthesized the wrong ones. Body X, body Y. And it's way smoother than it was before. Just with literally one click. Don't forget that. In all the times so people get flashbang when opening left. All times is like a month ago. Do you realize that? Good morning, Mizuki. How are you? Alright, I will also work on making the body maybe move around a little bit more. This is not good. Okay. We have the bigger deformer inside of a smaller one. Generally, that's never good. Because the smaller deformer is gonna move the stuff around in a way that we cannot control. So usually it's the other way around, or just don't put them one inside of another. Okay, so I will just go a little bit more with these body angles. And I am thinking that you might introduce some XY movement also on the lower part of the body. Because like the center axis of the shirt is moving so much while the belt is not. So we could create a new deformer for this one. Rename them. When you work on your model, I'm not renaming this because I'm not saving it anyways. And also introduce some movement here. To make the movement flow a little bit more. And also, I don't know if this is the look you were going for, but when you move the torso around, you might want to move it in a way so that the upper part isn't too much behind the lower part. Otherwise, it looks like she got a big belly. If that's what you're going for as like a look, it's okay. But like in this case, maybe you might want to puff out the chest more rather than the belly, since she's looking quite thin to me. That's it for that. The rest looks really good. Let me see the physics again. Choco face. Main eyes hide. Okay. We do have a lot of skinning. This should look good in physics. Okay, we have a lot of maxing out here as well. Like I showed you the other stream, we are having a lot of maxing out here in the outputs. You should go through all of the outputs, excluding the tail probably, and check if the output goes over 100. If yes, you can decrease it. So if you check all of those, it should start looking more nice. Let me see. Twin tail front. This is broken. So when you work on the skinning, if after you skin it gives you an error message saying like we're not able to make the skinning because blah blah blah, don't ignore that, because you just created a broken skinning and it's here. When we make it move, as you can see, it's not glued properly. When you have this, you simply need to delete that skinning that you have and remake it. The reason why your skinning didn't work is because we don't have enough details in this mesh. More specifically, I think this is automatically generated. When you want to skin something, chances are that you will have to make the mesh manually. You need a more detailed mesh for skinning, but very simply using this one, you can make a mesh as fast as that. If you don't want to spend too much time on it, it's okay, especially if it's like a model for yourself and you don't have time for it, like we were saying earlier. But if you're gonna skin, you need to get a more detailed mesh. Okay, if I was to skin it now, it will not break like that. So do this before skinning. I think that was all for this model. Here we have a little broken mesh. You need to make these meshes by hand when it's created like this. We have a bunch of small triangles against the very big ones. Some overlapping triangles here that created a broken mesh. So whenever this is happening, I would say just make it by hand like this. It was super fast anyways, right? And you will see that as soon as I confirm, these broken triangles go away. Okay. Keep more attention to the meshes, that's all. Watching you VTuber roast making me wanna rig all of a sudden. Well, why not? Start rigging right now. Let's move to the next one. Wait, I need to refill my water bottle and also it's been 1 hour and a half. So I think we're taking our short midway break, okay? I didn't know you could use this tool like this. It's very useful for making long meshes. You literally makes it take how many seconds did it take me to make that mesh? Literally seconds compared to one vertex, one vertex, one vertex, one vertex. Okay, I am going to take a midway short break. I will see you in 5 minutes. You should also have a little break to stand up, stretch, look outside, and then come back. I will also refill my water bottle. clicked the wrong button. I'm back! Alright, are you back? I'm back. Outside is bright. You know that that's technically one of the reasons why you will look outside. And you notice how as soon as you look outside it's so bright that it kind of hurts your eyes. That's actually good. Like when I've been working at the PC a lot and it's all dark and everything, when I look outside and it's also bright, I look far away. In the start it hurts my eyes, but then after like 5 minutes that I'm looking outside and everything, my eyes start feeling so much better. It's kind of like an eye exercise. They say that when you're looking at your screen, your eyes are in the same position, so when you look outside and it's bright and everything, it's kind of like you're lengthening your eye muscles, like a eye stretch. Hello, friendly potato. Okay, let me see. Next one we got 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒. I also touched one loop animation that goes with one of the toggles. And how you do? Okay, let's see 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒's model. Wow, okay. This is an unusual model. Very cool. Okay, you know how usually I say to keep the keyforms to have less? When you have a face like this, it might be needed to have so many keyforms because it's not the usual... It's not the usual face, you know? There is more like smooth. The rigging this type of face can be harder. Okay, we do have line art and colors separate. That's good. I feel like to make these look cooler, if you just take these, slide them to the left a little bit, and then of course to match everything, it can make it look more 3D. So create like a more dramatic wrap around there. Oh, okay. Yeah, rigging a head like this is very hard. Which are the elements active in all of those dots though? I don't see them. The hood maybe. All of the head angles elements that I like click, they are all active only in 3 of these keyforms. Which one is creating all of those keyforms? Oh, the horns? No. We have horns. Correction, contour, iris. What happens if I remove this in between? Nothing? It might be something that I'm not seeing. It's not this one? Oh, hi, Hades. Hades in chat right now. It's the one model that we're checking right now. I was just wondering which ones are the elements that have all of these keyforms in a head angle because I cannot really find them. Ah, here. Okay, bandana. It's the bandana. Alright, it's okay. Since this is cool, I understand that. We do have a lot of toggles. It's a very interesting model. Oh, you animated the eyebrows. Okay, let me see. Angle. Oh, angle usually is the opposite. I'm being silent a lot because I'm just checking things and understanding how they're made. I see why you would make this like this. Like having the cheekbones move to give it more expressivity. This is honestly a stylistic choice because like realistically the bones would move, the upper ones, but to give it more expressions it's okay to do that. Then unremove the parameters. It's okay if it's not too many, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see the body. Okay, he's looking like he's walking, I like that. I honestly think you did a really good job. I am very speechless. Let me see the physics. Considering how hard it is to rig this type of models, I think you did a really good job. Maybe by looking at it like this with the physics, I wouldn't make the head become smaller when going down, because if it's becoming smaller and going more far away, up, then when it's going down it should become maybe bigger but not smaller, so I will work on that. You could have added maybe some hips movement to make the legs move, but I've noticed that that works better on female models. I kinda think you did like really well. Legs have been added as a toggle later. Ah, okay. Yeah, I can see how the top part made it move way more. But it's still really good, honestly. I'm speechless. Let me see the other animation. Like, you know, on other models I had very clearly some things to say about this and that, but here you did a very good job. Oh. When you make idle animation like this, make sure that you remember to turn it off then. When you export it, otherwise it's always gonna be on and you cannot toggle it on and off. This is very good. Did you... Did you make this in After Effects? Or did you take it from somewhere? Because if you took it from somewhere, let's say that I'm not gonna ask you any more info. But if you did it in After Effects, and I've seen people do that, this I am very interested in how the hell you do this, because it looks really good. Like the frames, I know that riggers don't really make a frame by frame. Often, like artists often don't draw frame by frame, but they're actually generating the frames with programs like After Effects and stuff like that. So this is a frame by frame animation. You also know how to do that, so it's good. It's a GIF someone made with After Effects indeed. Okay, okay. Looking at the stuff from After Effects. The way this is done is that you just add all of the layers. Each layer is a frame. Then you add them in a parameter like this, where... So you start with all of the frames invisible, and then for each keyform you bring one layer visible. So you slowly run through all of the keyforms with the different layer frames. Then in here, to make it run smoothly, you need to go into this graph editor. This is for the head. Okay, and you need to make it go in steps rather than smooth, or this on that, but not this one, because if you put this one, you might see weird in betweens. If you make the step ones only, it's gonna transition nicely between the frames. It really depends. I think like in this case the frames are so close to each other that it doesn't show. For my flame that I have like 9 frames, since I have only 9 frames, the transition in between looks like this. Like you could see this weird going in and out effect because I have less frames. In that case, that really helps. Man, you did an amazing job. For this, I would honestly work more on the art than on the rig, because rig-wise, this is very good. Maybe art-wise, you might add more detail, but rig-wise, it's very good. I think yours might be the model that I had to say less about today. I think I'll move to the next one. Did a very good job. Be proud of this. I don't know what else to say. Okay, next one is Arisu. It's you? Yeah, it's you. My name is Arisu and that's a model I made for Miss Paint Mouse. You basically taught me how to rig with your YouTube tutorials. I did both the artwork and the rig. Okay, let's see. No problem. Oh, it's very cute. Good job, it's really cute. Also moves a lot, let me see. We have a stomp toggle. Invert. Chibi, okay. Got a nice hips movement. What is the step for? You made a walking animation? Okay, I like how many physics you put. If I would... Did you do this on purpose or... Or like, did you not know that like you need to do this for skinning? Use generate parameters. So that it creates the parameters to move each piece separately. I don't know if you did that on purpose or if you didn't know that you're supposed to do that. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm asking because of course I don't know what you guys think when you're rigging when I see something. Alright. I have to say that this model is very nice. But I kind of think that in some cases the physics might be a little bit too much. Specifically looking at the up and down skirt when I move it. To me it looks like it's going up a little bit too much and maxing out as well. So it really depends how you look like. For me personally, I might not make it go up so much. Or maybe you could make it puff more, because like this is it looks like the fabric kind of shortens out of nowhere. By puffing it out like this, it doesn't look as much like the fabric is shortening. Okay, I will do more like this. And still decrease a little bit. again, this is your preference. I kind of think that it's moving slightly too much. If you turn the step on, you will see what it does. So I turn the stomp on and then I check the steps, or... I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I'm stupid. Move the model with the stomp on. Okay. Oh, it's good, but if I wanted to be picky, maybe I would not make it slide like that. Like how the starting slides a little bit. Oh, it's because you did it in 2 steps. Okay. I usually do it in one single movement. So that I don't get to the sliding effect. That is very nice, honestly. Also like this. You do get some sliding. Like, it's nice that it slides back when you go back. Might be a little bit weird in the start, but on the coming back is nice. I will add some more Y movement. You have a wider range on the X compared to the Y. Do you have hips Y? Yeah. I could, maybe I think you could have gone a bit more on the hips Y. And since you have 2 parameters here, 2, 3, I would have used another one. So not the same one. So this one be separate. So maybe you could have made this bend more like this. And make the whole body go more down. Now I'm butchering it a little bit, as usual. I'm going fast. The usual thing is, so it goes more up and down, a little bit more. In general, you did very good. Let me see. Check more. You have the arm movements in the same one. I usually make them separate, so that when I move left and right, they swing together. When I move up and down, they swing opposite. I prefer it like that. And to do that, you have to get them on separate deformers. I mean parameters. I think you forgot to split the left eye movement from the right brow, because the right brow is leading also the left eye to wiggle. So make sure to fix that. Only on this one. On this one. Okay. This is all perfect. All of this is good, the brows are good. Mouth, we have Vbridger, I think. Yes, okay. Yeah, this is very smart to keep a mouth form and mouth open. Very simple if you're working on Vbridger. My mouth also is kind of like this. Because I have Vbridger. Also, if you are trying to get a rigger make a Vbridger for you, there are higher chances that they will accept to work with it if the mouth is more simple, because it's faster to make a Vbridger. Be careful on the lower side here. We have the mouth that comes out a little bit of the lips. So I will go in and fix a little bit over here. I usually use masks with the mouth forms and everything for this reason, so I don't get this type of problem. And let me see. You could go more crazy with the shrug. It creates a nice effect. You can go a little bit more overboard. This is good. Also mouth-X, and also like especially like with the shrug and stuff, you could do like you did for the mouth-X. And like create a new deformer and make it active in the mouth shrug. And kind of bring the jaw up a little bit as well. It does add an extra little layer of expressiveness. Is this a tonga? Maybe you can just shorten it on default so it's not in the way. Okay, that's a little detail. Head angles could get a little bit of refinement. The tongue shrinks in the jaw. Wait, what did I do earlier that was showing like that? Oh, in the shrug. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because like whenever you take out your tongue, your mouth is gonna be open anyways. There are very few chances that you're gonna take out your tongue and have your mouth all closed. Like, it's even hard to get it tracked, so it doesn't really matter. And I will work a little bit on head angles. I like how you pushed it. Maybe moving around the ears a little bit can help a lot. I feel like, for example, here this one will go way more up. Like, if we look at the left eye, how much it goes up, it would make sense that this here goes up as well. right? It's already looking like different. And if I take away all of the hair, I kind of think that this eye could squish a little bit more up on the side because of how big the front one gets. I would make the back one be a little bit smaller. Like these. And then make them brows match as well. Now this is already looking a little bit different. Usually when I rig glasses at angles, I don't do too much because glasses are kind of hard, right? So they wouldn't deform too much because they're like solid. So more than anything, I just squish them like this and make them bigger on one side. Then work it a little bit. But I try to keep the deformation very simple. Because they have like a metal frame, hard frame, so they wouldn't like squish around. We have the right eye going up a little bit, so I can do modeling, perspective, do a little bit like this. Okay, now it's fucked up because I synthesized the corners again, but as soon as I do this, then adjust a little bit. Yeah, honestly, it's like a just some fine work on the angles, but you did push them a lot, so it's already a very nice achievement, right? This is already looking a little bit different. What I did mostly was make the glasses rotate their shape a little bit more, have the left eye shrink more and go more up along with the brow, because the right side was coming a lot forward towards us compared to the back one. Now if I bring the hair back, let's see. Okay, because I did those adjustments, I will have to match the hair as well. Also keep an eye on the back hair. If one side shrinks, the other side is supposed to become bigger. So here both it looks like they're shrinking. So be careful on that. You could also try to keep this side a little bit more back, like this. So it looks more like the back of the head is a bit more three-dimensional. And also when I look, for example, at these, I like the hierarchy that I use, by the way. Good job on that. It looks a lot like it's going down on this middle part, so very simply do like that. So for my style, for the adjustment that I just did, it's already looking a little bit more 3D, but you did a good job. It's mostly small little adjustments here and there, so that's very good. I will probably increase the body ranges and the backpack. Since it's on the back of the body, you can make it go a little bit down when her body goes up. Like if you, let's say that you didn't add any movement. If you make it have opposite movement to what her body is doing, as a start, and then do the deformation after, it really helps. In making a 3D effect. There is this inverted thing that I think is not working with the thing that I'm putting. Inverted. Okay. I want to see how you put the body. Okay, angle. I think it's alright, probably just that, to be fair. Also the physics are very nice of the hair. I think it's honestly just that, you did a good job. Just some small refinements here and there, honestly. I can see how you put a lot of care in these. Adding a small physics and detail to every element. Let's check the texture, only lasting. Just because I can. Okay, so usually it's not a good idea to have a big texture like this because it makes the model heavier. It's better to have a smaller ones. 4000 by 4000 should work pretty well for you. And move them. This one is not my opinion, okay? You must not make such a big mesh, big texture in this case because you don't need it. So yeah, I would say make a more small meshes rather than a big one. Actually, let's do like this. The only case where you would make a mesh like that, oh my god, a texture like that is simply because you have an actual item that is bigger than 8,000, so you will need a 16,000. Also, you can move stuff around to save space on the texture. Just remember to never rotate your items, otherwise you will lose quality. You can technically rotate them, but it must be only a 90% or more degrees or multiple rotations. So hold the shift. This is 45, this is 90. Okay, so don't stop at 45. You either go 90 or 180 or 270, but not in between, because that makes the model lose quality. Okay, with some extra time I could have probably only done 2 of the textures, but I'm saving time, okay. I have a really hard time with the pricing. If it's not an issue, how much should I charge for that level of rigging? You drew this model as well. You want me to tell like how much I will charge for this model, for example? Oh, okay, so you can take your time to place this and make it save all of the space, but yeah, don't have such a big texture. Take your time and doing it faster because I'm not saving this anyways again. But try to make it fit as many things as you can without rotating them. Now we can delete this one and save. I drew, but for models I didn't draw. Only for rigging? Often clients really care about these hacking angles, so that's also why I'm annoying y'all so much. You did a Vbridger too. Vbridger itself already adds like $200 to the whole commission. So the head angles are wide enough, but they will need refinement as well as the whole body angles. From a professional, like high price commission, I would expect way more torso rotation left and right range, but I will say for this rig included there is a full body, we have stepping, we have a Vbridger, we have all of these physics, there's a tail. Ears rigging, I wouldn't go lower than 1,200, 1,300. That's like the minimum, I think. How much do you charge for this rigging? It also depends how many hours it takes you to do this. Oh, also the Chibi toggle, right? Yeah, no minimum than 1,500, honestly, not less than that. Like, I'm saying minimum, probably higher. This model was a gift for a dear friend of mine. Yeah, but like, I mean, your rigs, how much do you charge? USD or Euro? Euros. Yeah, Euros. I don't know, how much is USD right now? More or less the same. How do you make this Chibi toggle? But in general, you just need to make the whole model smaller. Usually, I find it easier to split the body and the head. Okay, like they did also here. So, use the head rotation deformer to change the scale. Oh, you did it with this one. Okay, usually I use this one to change the scale. And then just adjusting a lot. Using extra deformers to, like here we see the Chibi is on top of everything else. So take a new deformer, put it on top of everything else and transform it. So that whatever movement you had inside of that deformer is intact, is just scaled bigger. Okay, I think I'll switch it to the next one. It's the second last one. Consider that, like, for a full body model, I do like 2000, the simpler one without Vbridger. You do not have a hips XY. I mean, you do not have hips XY, as in like this part also twists with the body XY, and it's like more simple than what I do. So assuming a little bit less than what I charge, because the range is quite small, that's what I'm basing it off. And we don't have other expressions other than this, I think. I think it makes sense. Okay, I will move to the next one. Umine. Okay. Layer cutting. Hello Yoshi. Just love you. Cute. I finished this model for a raffle prize some days ago. Since it's my first VTuber model, I'm a little paranoid and I'm not sure if I divided all of the parts in the right way. Can you check it? Okay. Cutting, so I think it's a PSD. Yeah, okay. Let me open VTube Studio. I'm sorry if today I'm a little bit dead, but I lit. Oh shit. You were not supposed to see that window. I did it just in time. Okay. I slept super badly. I woke up at 4 AM, so my brain is a little bit fried. Anyways. Let's see. What was the name of the mother already? I forgot. 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒. 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒. Where is it? Here. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you. Really appreciate. New tutorial is gonna come out, I think, next week. It's a tutorial. Wait, I can tell you. It's a tutorial about wings. I have been asking forever to make one, and because I wanted to make a VTuber model asset with that wings, I will both use it for the tutorial and then put it out as an asset. I think I will do dragon slash bat wings, so it can be used for Halloween, but the technique can be used to rig any type of wings, also like angel ones and whatever. So keep your eyes on my channel for next week. Okay, we're checking the cutting here. I see that the expression layers are separate. If you want to be extra picky, the halo can be divided in front and back part. So that when you work on the Y angle, you can make it look very 3D by like overlapping them a little bit. Kinda like this. So it looks more realistic. More 3D. So if you split back and front halo, it can help a lot. And by the way, to all of the new people, if you want, you can join my Discord server. So that's for the hair and the expressions. Hair light. Okay, you can keep it on a separate layer, it's okay. As long as you draw the full ring, did you? Okay, when you have a light like this, to make sure that you can rig it in a high range, I would make the ring extend out more, like so that when you are working with the head angles and your head rotates, this part of the light kind of appears. It's the same concept behind my head. Like, if you look at my head shading, when I rotate my head, there's the side part that goes hidden, and as soon as I rotate my head, more shading appears. So you can do that. Simply just add some more like I did here. Okay. When rigging this, you may end up needing like an extra little layer here on the side to cover it. It's okay, as you're rigging it, if you notice that you need that, you can simply just add it back in. Like draw it on the art program and then import it again. Like also on my model, you see this side piece that comes out right behind my ear. I didn't draw that in the start and I realized that I needed it only after. So it depends on how wide the head angle you make it. You might not need it or you might need it. Okay, this is good. Loading a confused eyes, okay. Eyebrows, okay. Heart eyes, okay. Top lash, mini lashes, side lash, low mini lash. Okay, this is perfect. Effects. Okay, you left it all of this separate. You can make it as much detail as you want to, so this is good. Especially if you're not the one rigging it. Leaving a little extra separation is good. Okay, the eye rigging is perfect. Wing eyeshadow. Okay. Eyelids, okay as well. Blush. Okay, let's see the mouth. Cheek puff, usually I prefer not only making the little line like this, but adding a little bit of skin color cover to the side. so that it's easier to rig, because like that you can make it like squish, kind of like this, instead of like having to deform the inside mouth all of the time. You are covered like that. So usually I make the cheek puff layer like that, having also some skin color on the side. Mouth line, mask down, lipstick, mouth open. Okay, mouth shape line. Okay, so you are assuming that the rigger will just duplicate this line and use it only, not only, both for the top and the bottom, right? That's okay, I'm just thinking of how this is structured. Because you have mask down and mask up, so this works well. Tongue in and out. Okay, this is good. Nose is good as well, so far we're going well. The bangs shadow is separate, very nice. Head line art is separate as well. Blush lines, blush, chin shadow, this is perfect. I will only include a little mask layer like this. That is the one that you will use to hide the chin line art. If I was a rigger and this layer was not in, I would just make it myself. But just to keep it, you know, everything ready to rig and perfect, add this and call it like a headline mask or something. Ears are good. Head shadow good. Okay. You could also include, if wanted, a layer like this in a glow mode. That your rigger can clip onto the buttons and kinda create this very nice effect. If you want. Yeah, same for the gold that you did. I would extend this more. Because like this you have very little range and the shading disappears right away as soon as she moves. Instead, if you make this shading like very long, and also make some hidden parts that by default you don't see but will appear with movement, we have now a way bigger range for having shading and make her move. For the rest, it's good. Glitter dress, glitter base mask, perfect. There's a central part. Neck, okay. Ribbon, central part. Depending on how detailed you want the rig, you might also split this apart even more, like this. Okay, so every ruffle section to have it separate. You could do that if you want exceptionally detailed physics, but that's completely not necessary. Just giving you options. Small question, is it crucial to use live2d cubism pro version? Now I have it, or I have only free version. I would say if you want to do commissions, you need it. The free version, you can use it to practice, to make your first models, but if you start making commissions and you want to make some extra expressions, some extra physics, you need the pro version. Literally, with the free version, I would be able to make only one eye of my model. I would have been able to, so... I would say use the free version for the first models. Learn how to make VTuber models. Maybe even sell a couple of Chibi or mascot, because Chibi mascot you can do them with free version very easily. So you also save that little commission money that you made with the first commissions, and then you can buy the pro version. Okay, so we say the ribbon is nice. We got the strings separate, light belt. You could, if you want, to create a side layer behind for the belt. Kinda like this. And then maybe keep this line art separate or mask it out, so that when the body is rotated a lot to the side, you can have this extension on the side and it doesn't look like there's a hole behind. It looks like the belt is actually coming from back. So a back belt layer might be useful. You could put like a back belt layer and then a line hiding layer like this that you can move in and out. That should work. Okay, that's good. Same here, I will add an extra layer in the back so that it really depends if your rigger is gonna make it very big range, so that when you have a rotation like this, it still looks like there's a torso behind and it doesn't look flat. Okay. The cutting like you did is good. I'm talking ideally in a perfect enormous range type of cutting. Then you need to think also about when the model is gonna rotate to the side, if there are gonna be holes or layers that are like too flat. Upper skirt, okay, we have it cut like this, that's very good. Same here, you can add another hidden layer behind here that is gonna show only when the skirt rotates. And the same for the bottom part. You can literally very simply just copy paste one of these. Kind of place it behind, very hidden like that. And it's gonna show whenever the skirt rotates, we can see this one behind. Okay. Same thing I said before for the light effects of the bracelet. You want to make them like a way longer, so we have a way bigger range. Lace is good. I see you cut front and back, very good. Oh, we got all of the layers separate. Okay, that's perfect. very good. You split the arms as well, very good. Back sleeves, perfect. I would rig this with skinning, so it's okay to keep them in one layer like that. You did an amazing job, good job. That's perfect. You could draw, again, I'm being picky, you did it well. Again, I'm saying like, if you want to be extra picky, you could draw like a heel layer that is behind. And then when you rotate the foot around, it appears. So by default it's like behind. But when it rotates the foot, it appears from here. Something like that. So that's good. You did a very good job. That's very well done. Maybe you could split this back piece a little bit more. Again, being picky, but you can decide how much to split it. If it was me, I would probably have these extra pieces on each separate one. So these to be one, these to be one, these to be one, 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 one. Then the back ball like this. And then this strand. This strand. That's a lot of work. This is how I'll do it like professionally. And then the other ones are just copy paste. You don't have to do that though, it's okay like that. Okay, I see that the wings you also separate them a lot. That's perfect. Alright. Only those little couple comments that I give you, but in general you did a very good job. If you want to be extra picky, you can do the stuff that I talked about, but yeah, there is nothing that I will say you must cut it like that. Maybe only the lights I will make it bigger like that, but everything else it's just being picky, or if you're gonna do a very wide rotations, you might need it, but other than that, you did a very good job. Thank you for sending the model over. No problem. Okay, here we have the last one. 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒. Why is there... wait. Just so this is looking sassy, let me be careful. Why do we have a YouTube channel link? What is this? Oh, it's their YouTube channel, okay. I think they're Japanese. Maybe they didn't understand the question because I wrote anything I need to know, say hi to YouTube. I think they understood that I wanted their YouTube. Okay, okay. Wow, this is surreal. Japanese people are watching my tutorials. What? Although this text doesn't look like Japanese, I don't know. Okay, let's see. This is the last one. And we are doing rigging. Oh! No, it's a PSD. Okay. Oh, it's their model, and also it's made in Procreate. Okay. I know you made it in Procreate, but this model is like extremely small. It's 1200 pixels by 2500. For your reference, This is her model size compared to mine. You can see how much blurred it gets when I zoom at 100% and how little I can zoom. This is the maximum possible zoom for her model compared to mine. Right, so I know it's made in Procreate, but it depends. Like, if you're gonna use this for streaming like on TikTok on a phone, it's okay. I don't know what they're gonna use it for, but I will go bigger, honestly. Made my model way too big. Going too big, it also doesn't make sense. You need a good mix of sides and amount of layers. Okay, that said, that definitely this needs to be. I'm not saying big like mine, but at least double size. Like this will be better. Anyways, let's see how the layers are. Okay, the hair is well cut. Cat ear is well cut as well. Yeah, it's blurry. Like, look how blurry it is if I zoom in. Although some people cannot make it bigger because their hardware cannot handle it. It really depends. Can't you scale it down, Chibi? Did you already start working on it? Because it's definitely not needed. If you were able to scale it down a little bit, it would be already good. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have the side hairs as well. This is all good. Oh, I will split these left and right. Just like all of the eyes layers, also the eyes expression layers must be split left and right. This is usually better to make it bigger because otherwise when your head rotates, you don't have that extra space to make it rotate around, so enlarge this a little bit so you have that extra space to work like that. Man, I really hope they can understand what I'm saying. Brow, good, okay. This good too, very well. This good, good, okay. These are good as well. The whole eye is good, good. Okay. The eyes are working well. Scale down to half. My model is still 9,000 pixels, but it's already big, yeah. I think the average height for a model is like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 pixels. 6,000, 7,000, yeah. Okay, these are the shadows. Okay, just like the hair layers, we wanted to split this into left and right. So not together, we just split left and right, like that. Also the other one. This is the mouth, I think. We have a top layer. Okay, bottom line, we have it like this. $4K by $4K was big. It's okay, 4K by 4K, but like, if you think about it, 3000 by 6000 is like the same as 4000 by 4000. Like, you wouldn't make a model like in a square. You make it in a rectangle. Rectangle. So if you make the mouth like this, you also need to provide a skin layer for the underside. Like this, or even better, in my opinion, leave this as reference, but make the riggable layer to be a closed one, just like the top one. Personally, I very much prefer starting rigging on a layer that is like the closed mouth, not open. So yeah, you can provide the open mouth as an artistic reference, but I usually prefer to have it closed like that one. $15K tall and 12K wide. Yeah, that's too big. Okay, we also have our other mouth reference. Okay, these are references. The rigger is not gonna use this. Okay, we have the nose. What is this? Oh, just on blush. Okay. This is all good. Okay, this is the body. Very well. Back and front. That's what you have to do. Okay. Very nice. This is a very well made model. They did their research very well on how to cut this. Only thing will be the size. I think that their hardware is really limiting their size. It's very well cut. We'll also split here the shadows left and right. Scale it down though, importing it to Live2d gives 3 options and choose the first step down. Oh, that's not scaling down the model, that's scaling the preview that you see, but not the actual model size. When you export it, it's still big like that. I think it does let you scale it down when you export it though, because there's a thing where it says like size 1, but you know what? Try to rig it and try to see if your model handles it, leave it big, who cares? Alright, like I said to the previous model, I will add like a back layer here like this. Hidden. Oops. Unless you're restarting. If you're restarting, I will scale it down in the art program. Keep the bigger one, in case you will need it for I don't know what. Okay, I think adding a layer like this can really help in the 3D of the whole thing. 3D-ness. I will be honest with you that I cannot find really anything that will need change. I don't understand why splitting boobie left and right, and then the top part is 1. At that point, since this is like all covered, these boobie layers are completely useless. Like, unless they are thinking on some type of toggles, you don't need that. Because otherwise, so you will either use this one or these two. Like, unless they're thinking on some toggle, that maybe they toggle between these two, which I don't know. Collarbone is split as well. Let's see the legs. I will clean up the edge a little bit. I restarted a few days ago. Live2d is running better, and when I export it to test at angles, it runs fine so far. Okay. My bro, this is perfect. Nothing to tell you. You should only make it bigger. Bigger. It's too small. I know it's Procreate, but to help with the Procreate layer limit, you could create multiple files. So I see that there's the sketch behind here. Since you have the sketch like this, make one file. You make one file, and this one file you do all of the head cutting and blah blah blah. Like this. Maybe only the head with the hair and all of that in one file 1. Then in another one you import the same sketch, and maybe you do the torso and all of that, file 2. And maybe in file 3 you do the arms. And you should work like in a progress, like to make it cohesive. Once you're done with the head, split head, you also export it as a PNG, and then you work the body under it. Like that, you're able to work around the Procreate file limit, because this is way too small for streaming. Okay. We covered all of the models that I received. Thank you everyone for sending me. I am like very tired. I didn't sleep crap tonight. I'll probably now go to rest and go to sleep early. Yeah, for now this was the third and last part of this first VTuber roast little round. I do want to try other types of streams here on YouTube, so I want to do some drawing streams, some gaming streams, and see, because these are the first streams that I do here over to YouTube, so I don't know what are the preferred categories and all of that. So I want to do some testing. Don't expect that next week I'll already start with a new VTuber roast, because I want to do this testing a little bit. And remember that in a month, on the 4th of November, it will be actually my birthday. I'm planning on doing a birthday stream on my Twitch channel, so I'll be super happy to see you there. Remember, 4th of November. I was thinking that maybe I'll do like a VTuber Smash or Pass. I never did that. And we're also gonna play games, and I have some announcements to make on that day. So, I will see someone that we can raid. Probably the same one girl that we have raided the past days, because she's the only one with raids enabled that streams in English in this time. But let's see. There are VTubers streaming right now, but like they are Japanese or from Indonesia, so they don't speak English. Malaysia. This guy has an English title. They don't speak English. It's always a little bit hard to find someone to raid it here. I think I read this girl 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐒 is the only VTuber that has an English title right now that I can stream, so I'm gonna raid them. I have no idea what the hell they're doing. 24/7 live stream. I honestly don't know what the hell this is, so we're raiding, but I don't know. This is like an adventure, okay? We're raiding, but I don't know where the hell we're going and who is this. I hope we don't end up in something weird. Okay, thank you so much everyone for coming. I hope you had fun. Should I make like a raid message like we have over to Twitch? Okay, there you are. Thank you so much. If you want to copy paste this message into the stream that we're going now, and I will see you on Monday on my Twitch stream, and next week I will post a new tutorial, so keep an eye on that. Feel free to follow me on my social media so to see every new thing that I post, from art to tutorials, still clips, commissions, updates, all of that good stuff. Join my Discord server if you want. We watch animes on Sunday, and in general it's my nice little chill community. You guys can come and have fun with us, chat, and all of that. And I will see you on Monday. Bye bye, take care.